The Sony and Fujifilm camps have enjoyed a long stretch of dominance in the APS-C world, but that balance is finally beginning to shift in a serious way, where we break down the future of imaging technology and what it means for creators at every level. If you have been holding off on upgrading your camera because the original R7 did not quite feel like a true professional tool, then this moment is exactly what you have been waiting for. The leaks and emerging details surrounding the upcoming Canon EOS R7 Mark II suggest that this is not just a routine refresh, but a complete rethinking of what an APS-C camera can be. Some are already calling it the Mini R1, and once you hear what it is capable of, that nickname starts to make a lot of sense. Forget everything you thought you knew about crop sensor limitations. The R7 Mark II is rumored to feature a massive leap forward with a 39-megapixel back-illuminated sensor, and possibly even a stacked design. If that stacked architecture turns out to be real, it fundamentally changes how this camera performs in fast-paced environments. We are talking about dramatically faster readout speeds that virtually eliminate rolling shutter, which has long been one of the biggest drawbacks of electronic shutters. For photographers shooting wildlife or motorsports, this means capturing fast-moving subjects without distortion, even at extremely high burst rates. Pair that with a potential 40 frames per second continuous shooting speed, and you are looking at a camera that can freeze action with incredible precision while still delivering extremely high-resolution images. That resolution combined with the 1.6x crop factor opens up creative possibilities that are hard to ignore. A telephoto lens instantly becomes more powerful, effectively extending your reach without the need for larger, heavier glass. Imagine pairing this camera with a long zoom and achieving super telephoto framing, while still retaining enough detail to crop even further in post-production. This is exactly the kind of advantage that makes APS-C so appealing for wildlife and sports photographers, and Canon seems to be doubling down on that strength rather than treating it as a compromise. Of course, all that power requires serious processing capability. The R7 Mark II is expected to feature an updated version of Canon's DIGIC processor, potentially paired with a dedicated accelerator chip, similar to what is found in their flagship bodies. This combination is not just about speed for burst shooting or buffer clearing, but also about enabling a new generation of autofocus performance. The autofocus system is rumored to go beyond simple eye and face detection, using advanced subject recognition that can identify and predict movement patterns based on the type of subject you are tracking. Whether it is a bird in flight, a race car approaching a corner, or an athlete sprinting across a field, the camera is expected to intelligently anticipate motion and keep focus locked with impressive accuracy. Video capabilities are also taking a major leap forward. While the original R7 was already a capable hybrid camera, it fell short of truly professional video standards in some areas. The Mark II appears to address those limitations head-on. With rumored 8K recording, the camera moves into territory that was previously reserved for much more expensive systems. Even if you do not plan to deliver in 8K, the real advantage lies in oversampled 4K footage. Capturing at a higher resolution and downsampling results in sharper images, improved detail, and better noise performance. This could make the R7 Mark II a serious tool for content creators who demand high-quality video without stepping into full-frame cinema gear. Canon is also expected to include advanced color profiles like C-Log3, and possibly even C-Log2, giving creators access to a wider dynamic range for color grading. This means more flexibility in post-production and the ability to achieve a cinematic look straight from a relatively compact camera body. To support these high data rates, Canon is likely moving away from the dual SD card setup and introducing a hybrid system with one CFexpress Type B slot alongside a UHS-II SD slot. While this adds cost in terms of media, it significantly improves reliability and write speeds, which are essential for high-resolution video and continuous shooting. The physical design of the camera is also evolving. Early reports suggest a slightly larger body to improve heat management, which is critical for extended video recording. There are even indications of a redesigned internal heatsink that could allow for unlimited 4K 60p recording without overheating. This is a huge deal for videographers who rely on long recording sessions and cannot afford interruptions. However, not every change will be universally welcomed. One of the more controversial updates involves the control layout. The original R7 introduced a unique combined dial around the joystick, which divided opinion among users. For the Mark II, Canon is reportedly returning to a more traditional control scheme similar to higher-end models. While many photographers will appreciate the familiarity and consistency, those who adapted to the original layout might find the transition frustrating, especially in fast-paced shooting scenarios where muscle memory plays a big role. The electronic viewfinder is also getting a significant upgrade. With a higher resolution OLED panel and a faster refresh rate, the shooting experience is expected to feel smoother and more natural. Tracking fast-moving subjects becomes easier when the viewfinder can keep up without lag or motion blur, and this is an area where Canon seems to be making meaningful improvements. In terms of build quality, the R7 Mark II is shaping up to be more rugged and reliable. A magnesium alloy body combined with enhanced weather sealing brings it closer to professional-grade durability. This makes it a strong option for photographers who work in challenging environments, whether that is in the wild, on the sidelines of a sporting event, or out in unpredictable weather conditions. Connectivity is another area where improvements are expected. A full-sized HDMI port could finally address one of the biggest complaints from videographers, making it easier to connect external monitors and recorders without worrying about fragile adapters. Updated USB-C support with faster data transfer and power delivery adds even more flexibility, especially for streaming, tethered shooting, or long-duration projects. As for the release timeline, everything points toward a launch in the first half of 2026, possibly aligning with peak travel and sports seasons. Pricing is expected to rise compared to the original model, likely landing somewhere between $1,800 and $2,000 for the body. While that may seem like a significant investment, the feature set suggests that this camera is aimed at serious enthusiasts and professionals who need a compact yet powerful tool. Lens support will also play a crucial role in the system's success. Rumors of a new constant aperture zoom lens designed specifically for APS-C hint at a broader commitment to the format. This signals a shift in strategy, where crop sensor cameras are no longer seen as entry-level options, but as specialized tools with unique advantages. All signs point to the R7 Mark II being more than just another camera release. It represents a statement about the future of APS-C, showing that it can deliver a compelling mix of speed, resolution, and reach without the size and cost of full-frame systems. As the imaging landscape continues to evolve, this camera could redefine expectations and push competitors to respond in kind.